So the book of Amos is divided into 4 sections. The first 3 concerning judgments against the Gentile nations, Israel, and Judah. And the 4th section deals with the restoration of the kingdom. Now, here's that restoration of kingdom thing that's very important, right? Israel, we talked about this history. Israel finally becomes this big nation after just being, big clans and families. And, they just struggle all the time before they have kings. And then they get kings and they're still struggling. And then they have this big rise to have this big influence in the region. And then that wanes and they're going to be taken away by superior armies and superior nations in that sense. And so they're looking for deliverance. This has been, that's their history. They always are looking for deliverance from God. And so in this context, they're looking for the Messiah. And of course, they're looking for this physical kingdom. And when Jesus comes along, he's kind of like, no, that's not it. I am the Messiah, but that's not the kingdom that God wants established. To summarize, Isaiah's prophets covered kings, judgments against nations, the rise of nations, the rise of kings, the exile of God's people, and that's important for when Jesus comes, right? Read Isaiah 53. I'm just going to summarize it. It's about Jesus in my mind. There's just no doubt about that. He comes from the dry ground. In other words, this person is coming from a place where you wouldn't expect. He's not esteemed by men, right? He wasn't a son of a king, although he was in the lineage of David, right? He bears our afflictions. Jesus gave up his throne to be a man and understand the things that we go through. He bears the cost of our sin, and the cost of our sin because we sin, because I sin and have sinned. The penalty for that could be death. And he hung on the cross so that I could find forgiveness. He redeemed me back to God. He bought me back to God. That's what redemption is.